All right, so yesterday I was taking a nap in the afternoon. I had a coaching call with Grant, who's done Triple D a lot and Remarkable and so on. And Grant's call with me was scheduled at 4:30 my time, and I was just a little worried. I was worried I was going to sleep in because I was taking a late nap because it's springtime in Australia, and Victoria, also known as Garden Girl, has been doing all sorts of nut missions and having deliveries of stuff, moo poo and so on. And so nap got started late, and I set the alarm. I want you to realize something. I used to live by the alarm. I used to be alarmed all the time. I used to have a lot of cortisol in my system, just wondering what's next. What is next? You see, cortisol is a state as far as I'm concerned. If you're walking around and are feeling what's next, remember, a state is how you experience what you experience. How do you experience your day? Oh my God, what's next? Right? Oh my God, I have to get up. Oh. Even when I loved my job, I didn't like my job. You know what I mean? I was one of the guys, we brought out smart cards in the U.S. I worked in the nursing home. I was a policeman. I did enjoy and somewhat love all those jobs. I loved what I learned from them. I loved the people I got to serve. But there were still distractions and dreads in my day. So the alarm would go off. Back when I did the credit card processing and the electronic gift cards, the smart card thing. The alarm would go off 4:30 in the morning. I still needed an alarm to get up at 4:30 in the morning. To get showered, to get dressed, after I do my kung fu practice, to get in the car, to beat the traffic into the Squirrel Hill tunnels, the Liberty tubes, the Three River City, Pittsburgh. When I was a cop, I was working all kind of weird shifts, and I had to get to work on time. I was on schedule. They scheduled me. I worked for 3 different departments at one point. So I had to know where to go and when to get there. I lived by the alarm clock. But it's really wild because the other day, otherwise known as yesterday, I had this call with Grant, and I set my alarm, and the alarm went off, and my brain goes, what is that? Because I don't get out of bed based on an alarm more than, 3 times a year. There's sometimes I'll do like these internet conferences, with people that I know, love, and trust. And they're on at 1 in the morning. All right, so I'll set the alarm for 12:45. Right, make sure I'm up. Meanwhile, God, I remember living by the alarm clock. I remember having all that cortisol in my life. Not just the waking up in the morning cortisol, but oh, God, I got to go deal with that boss again. I'd love the job, hate the boss, that kind of thing. Love the people I get to serve. Not thrilled about how I have to do the job. Not really liking the boss some days. As I listen to traffic here in the portable disposable hot tub, as I listen to the traffic and the birds, I realized at one point I made a decision. And this is the theme of the week. Maybe you've noticed you get to draw a line in the sand. You're either going to be going down a slippery slope or drawing a line in the sand every day of your life. I used to slip and shit a lot. And I'm not a fan of the slip and shit lifestyle. Looking for the next pile of shit you get to step in, wondering if you're going to slip. Meanwhile, now I'm up usually between 4:30 and 5 o'clock every single day. No problem. Right? Sometimes I actually get up a little earlier. Very rarely do I get up later. Because I can't wait to get up and do what I do. And I made a solemn vow years ago, as I really started to sell all the dumb shit, all the subliminal recordings, all the sticky tape, all the affirmations, the stuff that feels good but doesn't do anything. Because there's proof. Right? The Simpsons make you feel good. So do affirmations. They both light up the same exact feel-good centers in the brain. fMRI studies show you this. I've only been saying it for a couple years. People will defend what they love. Your right to watch The Simpsons. The argument that affirmations and subliminal recordings work because you need to sufficiently impress a concept, otherwise known as your subconscious mind. Neville started with that. He said it once or twice, and then he went on to sufficiently impress upon yourself. And then he shared you can do that in a twinkle of an eye if you've bought the Pearl. If you haven't, hey, good luck with your sticky tape, affirmations, brainwave music, all that dumb shit. Because here's the deal. For you to listen to a subliminal, a brainwave, to get your affirmation list, to go get a marker and scribble on a vision board, you have to first imagine something. And this is why I want everybody who listens to the sound of my voice to give up alarms, to give up needing to put stuff in your day that simply distracts you from what you're really imagining. Because if you really imagine something as true, you're not going to have to do 700 affirmations a day. I got that this morning. I imagined this, and I'm doing 700 affirmations a day. Wow. I wonder why that's the magic number. You see, I don't put anyone down, but I do slam stupidity. Because I want you to get how smart you are. I want you to get how fast you are. I want you to get how much I give a shit, because all this endless stuff that just distracts you and keeps you in slow gear. You know, I could get a trailer with 2 flat tires tied onto the back of my BMW with some rope and toss a hillbilly in there sitting in a rocking chair like the Beverly Hillbillies and drive down the road, but it wouldn't be safe, it wouldn't be fun, and it wouldn't be speedy. And that's how most people get into manifesting. They add in all kinds of junk and stupid shit that doesn't matter. The other thing people do is they settle for leftovers. I don't want you to have a life based on leftovers. In other words, hey, here's what I'm being offered up. Here's what's in the fridge. Here's what I chose yesterday. Here's what happened yesterday. I guess I'll have some more of that today. I am not a fan of the leftover lifestyle. This is what I had yesterday. This is what I'll have some more of today because it's in the fridge. It's left over. It's convenient. It's what I accepted yesterday, so I might as well accept the rest of it or some more of it today. Hey, tomorrow I'll have leftovers too. Instead of leftovers, I want you to right now draw a line in the sand. Here's the crass commercial. I know you know it was coming. Neville Goddard said, if you believe, you will not pass. You will not pass another without imagining lovingly for them, without lifting their cross. Here's the thing. If you believe in all the bullshit, if you believe in subliminal recordings, brainwave recordings, having to light candles, endless affirmations, how could you possibly pass another human being on the sidewalk and imagine lovingly for them without candles, without subliminal recordings, without all this dumb shit? The only thing you're doing with dumb shit is distracting yourself from your day. And the crass commercial, of course, is for DreamDrivenDay.com. It starts in about 48 hours for October. And then we're done till next year. I've got some other projects I'm working on. We still have a handful of spots left. And this is where you get to notice, are you going to be an argument? Or are you going to accept a new level of blessings? Because you deserve more than leftovers. And if you're basing today and tomorrow on what you did or had yesterday, you're wrong. And I'm sorry to put it that bluntly. Because who you are is God having the adventure of a lifetime. You're not this meat suit with all the excuses. You're the spark behind the eyes that gives life to excellence. How's that for a little attitude today? Like I shared the other day, maybe it was yesterday. There's 2 parts to this. Right? They're the little action things that we do and we explore in the courses. I love the little action steps. They aren't to make something happen. They're for you to experience what you choose to experience, because imaginal experience leads physical experience. If you change how and what you experience in the world, keywords both how and what, you change. If you change you, your world changes. And that's what all of our courses are about, exploring you, expanding you. Not telling you, hey, here's the newest tool that I just learned from a lecture, right? Maybe this will fix your problem. God, when people tell me that, there are no problems to fix. There are only possibilities to give life to. So the first part that most people get stuck on is the action steps, and they often skip action steps and add in action steps that aren't needed, like brainwave, subliminal, affirmation, 700 a day. On the other hand, the attitude of Abdullah. I keep saying, 1 wish per session, 1 session per wish. Get in the habit of doing the Joseph Goddard. We built that into Dream Driven Day. We explored it with hundreds of Dream Driven Day members who have given us thousands of testimonials, posts. They live differently because they decided to own their day. Anyway, dreamdrivenday.com. The doors close in like 48 hours. And then they don't open again for the next group until January, February of next year. Are you going to miss out? Or are you going to man up? God, I know I'm going to offend someone saying that. I love that you can use gender-specific pronouns and offend people. You get what they're imagining? I love that. In the beginning, God said something. Oh, God couldn't have meant all this sexist and racist and dumb shit bullshit. You're the spark behind the eyes. When you get that, you're not going to give a crap about whether or not you're offended by a pronoun. Some people will choose to be offended by a pronoun instead of taking charge and driving their bus. I'm out of here. Join us on dreamdrivenday.com. See ya.